This video is all about the film I made for the Moment Film Festival, which was a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put it down below. If you saw it, you know it was all underwater and all shot on iPhone. Really quick, I'm gonna do a very fast 20-second plug. So I need you guys to go vote for my video. Make sure to watch it too. You're gonna go to Instagram. The link in my bio is right here. Click it. Scroll down to which film is your favorite. Click it. My film is I'm Not Trying to Stay Comfortable. Click that. Hit continue. Enter your full name. Enter your email. Done. Make sure to check out everyone else's film. We all worked really hard on them and they were all really good. So yeah. Also, it enters you to win $15,000 worth of travel and gear. So help me help you. All right, let's talk about the film. So basically all I'm really gonna do is just show the clips here and then talk about each section. Let's get to it.
We have these fears in life, and these fears become our limitations. They become our comfort zones. When we stay within this comfort zone, we don't grow. Life gets repetitive, and we miss out on what life has to offer, all because we stay comfortable. I'm not trying to stay comfortable.
Okay, so those first clips, they were filmed with this thing. It's a new movie product, it's a prototype, and basically you clip your phone in here, like so. These are counterweights right here. They gave me some to add on. Forgot to bring the counterweights, so it wasn't exactly balanced, but it did the job. So yeah, this foot clip was just me going like beside her, and that clip was just handheld. And that clip was just me going like this around her, and same with that one. And it goes into the underwater stuff. Since it was a Moment Film Festival, I had to use Moment lenses, and since most of my video was underwater, it was actually impossible because you can't mount it in the underwater casing. The one of her standing was shot on the wide lens, and the one close up of her eyes and the rotating around her was the zoom lens. And so the last two underwater clips, I shot everything with this. The model is Axis Go. It's made by Aquatech. It's solid, it's all touchscreen. That's what I use to film all the underwater stuff.
Continually trying to make choices that push me outside my comfort zone. As long as you're uncomfortable, it means you're growing.
The music kicks in and we start to get more into the underwater stuff. These next shots right here are my favorites probably. This one especially, it just pulled focus in and everything was so detailed and so good, and same with this one. Those are fun. Those are just shot down the street. So the rest of that is pretty much just underwater stuff. We don't really have any animals yet. So most of this stuff was shot on Oahu, but we did go to the other island, Big Island, and filmed a bunch of stuff there. There's footage later on with animals from there, like rays and stuff. On Big Island, I had the dome mount for the Axis Go, but I unfortunately scratched it on the glass and I kind of wasn't able to use it for pretty much the entirety of the project, so I messed up. The app I use is this one right here. I doubt you can see that on the phone, but it's called Filmic Pro. It's solid, it puts out really good footage, but the only problem with it is it does have a lot of bugs. Most of them are minor inconveniences, not too big of a deal until you put your phone underwater, and it's just so hard to control everything. That was the biggest challenge throughout the whole project. I would set manual exposure, I'd be recording, and then it would decide it just wants to auto-compensate. So that was pretty frustrating. When you're above water, it's easy to fix. When you're underwater and you have to deal with the waves, the phone, everything, it's just like a headache. But it was an incredible learning experience, and the footage from it is so much better than anything you'll get from the standard camera app. I don't know all the science behind it, just try it and you'll see what I mean. Got a lot of complaints about the narration and like how Meg's voice sounded. And yeah, I agree, but I wasn't thrilled with it. You also have to remember I don't have like a bajillion-dollar budget. I can't just hire a voice person. In the midst of all of it, I had other work projects and stuff like this, so I don't have time or the money to go hire someone to do a nice voiceover and all that stuff. I'm also not the best writer, but whatever, I got it done, and it is what it is, even though if it's not 100%. So as we get to the second part, the song switches kind of, and animal stuff kind of coming up in close-up shots and such like that.
You may find yourself comfortable again, and you must make the choice to go deeper out of your comfort zones into those unknowns. Keep pushing your comfort zone. You'll never know what experiences it may bring.
The music was provided by MusicBed. They were a sponsor of the thing, so thank you guys. Yeah, so I mean really, we just basically dove a ton. We just went out like probably 20-ish times, maybe more, throughout like 2 months and just kept diving, trying to find and film with animals. We found dolphins, as you can see, which was cool. Those manta rays were on Big Island. Those were fun. They just cruised around for like an hour. The shark dive was scary, but it was really fun. No cage. But they were pretty chill. Really, the purpose of the film was kind of a narrative of... It's really my story, actually. Back before I moved here in January, I came here in October. I've always been kind of like scared of water, scared of the ocean, like, I don't know, never been too keen on it up until that trip. So one day, someone with me on the trip links up with these people named Mark and Sheridan, and they take us out diving, and I was super terrified before I went in. I just sent it, like, it was incredible. I saw fish, I saw turtles, we actually saw a spotted eagle ray, and yeah, I just loved it, man. It was so much fun. So that was just me getting out of my comfort zone. I was comfortable with, like, you know, hiking, kind of like in the beginning of the video. Meg was hiking, and that's where my comfort zone was, and you know, it's kind of that foreshadow thing of her standing on the cliff, totally comfortable hiking, looking onto the ocean, which is her fear. If you want to think that deep into it, that's kind of where I was going with that. So it progresses and we start, you know, just simple dives, diving into the ocean, and the movie goes on, and then, you know, you swim with like fish, and then you swim with turtles, you know, you keep going, and all of a sudden we're swimming with dolphins, and then manta rays and sharks, you know. It was really cool, and literally the whole time I just had to like balls up and go. Throughout this whole film, it was just completely getting out of my comfort zone. Like, we swam with sharks. Like, what more can you do to get out of your comfort zone than swim with sharks? Like, that's wild. And even though Meg is the subject of this movie, really the movie is like my story in itself. So it was a really fun film to make. I am super glad it's over. It's hard to shoot on an iPhone. This is an $800 phone, not an $800 camera, you know? So it's not gonna specialize in producing and simplifying filming a cinematic piece. But the challenge was so fun. I am happy it's over. I can kind of go and move on to the next project, which is really similar to this. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I have this project I've been brewing, and it's just going to involve a lot of shooting 35mm film, also a bunch of video work, and yeah, it's kind of just like my next project. It's totally my own thing, because finally, in like the first time in 3 years of doing freelance, I have no things or jobs on my plate, so might as well invest in personal work. Yeah, so that's my film. I'm pleased with how it came out. Obviously, like, there's improvements that could be done to it, but yeah. I read through some of the comments, and I saw your feedback, and I do appreciate it. I just love video so much right now. I want to be doing more films. Boom. that's that. Remember to go vote, because that's definitely going to help fund my next project as well as future endeavors, and yeah, I really appreciate it. And do make sure to watch everyone else's film, because we all worked and suffered through making a cinematic film on an iPhone, so everyone's deserves to be watched. And yeah, so peace out. Thank you for sitting through this. I hope you enjoyed.